Hey Booktube, Chelsea the Reading Outlaw here to do another Booktubeathon update. Since I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys yesterday, I'm really sorry about that. I forgot that I had to take my son to the doctor for his 6-month checkup and shots. And if any of you out there have ever dealt with a baby who has just gotten shots, or if you've just recently gotten a shot yourself, I'm sure you can imagine or remember how good a mood that put you in. So I spent most of yesterday hanging out with a not too great feeling baby. He's doing much better now though. And I was able to get one thing read. I read the first volume of Why the Last Man Unmanned, the story of what happens when a plague wipes out every man on earth but Yorick and his monkey, and we need to know why, and we start to learn why. I had a couple of issues with this book, some gender stuff that I will talk about when I do a review of the first two. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a fun little romp. I like Yorick, the character, so all in all, I gave it, I think, like 3 stars, because I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, so yeah. And then today I did much better in my reading goals. I read the second volume of Why the Last Man Cycles, and it's continuing right along. Some of my problems that I had with the first volume were resolved, but not a lot of them. So there's still some issues that I have with it. It's probably going to be another 3-star read, just kind of right up the middle. They're enjoyable, but they're not super great. I have volumes 3 and 4 lined up, so maybe they take a jump and get way better. But as long as they continue being as good as they are, then I will continue to watch them and enjoy them. Watch them, read them, and enjoy them. Also today, I managed to read volume 2 of Lazarus. My library hold came in with absolutely perfect timing. This I gave 4.5 stars. I gave 5 stars to the first volume. This one got 4.5 because it takes a little bit of a step back and we look at some of the wider world, which is awesome, but we don't focus quite as much on the dynamic between Forever and the Carlisle family, which is some of the stuff that's what I love most about the first volume, is I just think there's a lot of really interesting dynamics going on there in the family. And we didn't see quite as much of that in this volume. However, volume 2 really does set up some really cool things to happen in volume 3, which I already have a hold on, and will hopefully be here soon. So fingers crossed. But yes, read it, thoroughly enjoyed it, still gave it like 4.5 stars. And lastly, I read the first volume of Morning Glories, which I don't know if it has a name. I don't remember it having a name. For a Better Future. There we go. That's why we should always read title pages, people. This graphic novel was a lot more violent than I was anticipating. And, like, for real, a lot more violent than I was anticipating. So just know that before you go into it. It's also considered young adult, although I have some qualms with that I will again probably discuss more in depth in a later video. But yeah, I have volume 2 ready to go and I'm just really looking forward to it. This is probably my favorite art style of all the graphic novels I've been reading recently. This one probably is the one that appealed to me the most. Seconded probably by Alex and Ada, just in terms of just the visual appeal. And then lastly, I read, well, that was the last graphic novel, but I also managed to read about another 50 pages in The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This is what I'll be reading for the rest of the day. I'm at lunch right now, so I still have another couple hours of my work shift to finish up, and then hopefully some reading once I get home, because once I get home, the little man should already be in bed, so hopefully that will happen. I'm, plugging right, I guess I should do it this way. That makes it like slightly more realistic. I'm about 300 pages into it, so like a third of the way through, a little bit less than. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get it finished before the end of the Booktubeathon, but we shall see. I'm thinking I'll probably put Dead House Gates to rest, since I know the rest of the book people that I'm buddy reading it with are kind of taking their time. Sorry, I have this one little strand of bangs that keeps bothering me. There we go. See, you guys are getting it live. This is vlog style. This is what happens. But anyway, I know that my buddy reading group for Dead House Gates is just really taking it slowly, so I will probably put that aside to focus mainly on this. This is what I will be reading the rest of the night, and all of that together just about wraps up my days 3 and 4 of the Booktubeathon. Tune in hopefully tomorrow for another update, and I'm not quite sure how much reading will happen this weekend, so stay tuned. As always, like, subscribe, and comment down below to let me know how your Booktubeathoning is going. All right, bye guys.